You saw that right. Her very C's, U's, and T's. It's the top cut. And Malvolio is here. And I'm going to be riffing like this all match long. All right. So, Malvolio here is playing Palp1, and Hipo is playing Sabine. And, you know, it's the way this matchup goes, it feels like Malvolio is showing up cross-guarded here. This is where we are in the bracket. Winner of this is top 8. I think it says top 16 on the YouTube. I should change that. It should be top 8. Winner of this moves on. This is actually our first top 8, yeah. So we don't know who the winner is gonna play yet. Here are the deck lists. These are all in the description also if you want to take a look at them on Substack. But this is Malvolio's Into the Lap of Grandpa. Do you think that Grandpa might happily inhabit the body of a bird? Sorry. But this is a very interesting Palp1 list. It's running, a bajillion cards. The list is massive. It doesn't fit normally in where I try to put the list on stream. So I had to expand it. But he's on looks like only 9 turn 1 plays across, but he's on like 2 Inferno 4, 2 Scanning Officer, 2 Poggle, 2 Rune Hawko, and 1 Yularen. Getting the best of every world. He's on the Bounty Hunter Quarries as well, which is another thing you can play on turn 1. And then he's on a bunch of different 3-drops. He's got, Client in there, Royal Guard, Black Sun Starfighter, Calculating Magna Guard, Droid Commando. Everything. He's on, of course, all 6 ramp cards. He's also got a copy of Command in the sideboard, which came up in his top 16 match against Jonah. And then he's running just a bunch of top end. 3 Vaders, 2 Mauls, 2 Walkers, 2 Snokes, 2 Avengers, 1 Relentless, 1 Devastator, and he's also managed to fit the barrages in there. They've been going out of a lot of lists. One notable thing that looks like it's absent to me is Fell the Dragon, which probably isn't going to be too relevant in this matchup. Because this is what Hipo's playing. It's the mean green aggro Sabine. Looks like a pretty standard Sabine list. He's got some interesting things in there. Like he's got Dodanos. Not everyone's main decking those. He's on the 3 K2s, which apparently is controversial now. 1 Fighters for Freedom is interesting to me. I remember back in the day when no one would ever consider cutting that card, but Hipo has. He's also got 2 Ketsus in the main, which I don't believe... How many cards is Palp1? I guess I don't know. I guess I assumed it would be 50, but let's see. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 35, 37, 40, 43, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 53 cards, it looks like. It's not, it's more than 50, but it's not too many. And it looks like Hipo's here to play the role of Sir Toby Belch as Malvolio is taking the field here with this Palp1. As the saying goes, of course, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And the winner of this match will surely achieve greatness. But yeah, this one is seems like it's very favored for Sabine. Although Malvolio's list seems like it could possibly be tailored for Sabine. You know, he's got sentinels in there. He's got a top target in the main. He's got some things that could help him win. But it is going to be an uphill battle, especially against Hipo, who's a very good Sabine player, who's been playing it for months. Looks like we're just waiting for Malvolio to get his deck list. Has he not? Does he not have a pen and ink there in his prison cell to write it on? I hope everyone actually understands what these bits I'm doing are. If not, then you're going to be very confused. Because they're going to keep coming. I've got a whole list of them. I've got a text document open with just a bunch of these riffs to be making. I guess I should say... I swear, every time someone plays Palp into TTI, they run into Sabine immediately or R2. Yeah, it seems like it's inevitable. Kotal made a good run with a green Palpatine a while ago, but I don't think he ran into any Sabines. Or maybe, I think he ran into it in the finals and lost. But, yep. Okay, they want to switch the host. Sure. All right, so might be delayed a little bit while they figure out who's going to host, because they want, I guess if they're both in Europe, then makes more sense to have them host. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. My lady is unkind, alas, why is she so? She loves another better than me, and I forget the rest of the song. Let's see, does one of them have a table up yet? Oh, that looks like one. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this so you guys can't see me inputting the password. All right, there we go. And here we are. Welcome to Illyria, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. All right, looks like Malvolio cross-guarding his leader and base here. Let's see. Alright. Boom. Alright. Alright. Looks like Hippo got initiative. Malvolio opened. He opened double ramp, which is interesting. We'll see if he goes for that. Might be his best option here. He's got Palp1 scanning officer, or Poggle scanning officer, sorry. And he's got to decide which one of those to go with first. Hippo does have a Cassian in hand, but he kept it in hand. Didn't go for it yet. And there's a Sabine. And going to be followed up with a Poggle here. Wingulator could be massive right now. And Dodonna picked up for the 4-drop. Things are looking... Although Malvolio here does have the calculating Magna Guard. He's got to decide whether to go for that or the super laser here, though. If he goes Magna Guard, chances are it just gets run over here anyway, which would hurt. So he's going to go for ramp, which is a more safe play, but the Sabine gets in for 5, and the Sabine leader's going to make it 6. Casting in hand is in case of scanning officer, I guess. Yeah, probably. It might also just be in case like he gets powered and he can't play wing leader, so he has another 3-drop. There's multiple reasons to do it that way. Bounty Hunter square picked up here. That's kind of interesting. He's also got resupply in hand. If he wants, he could go for double ramp this turn, which brings him up to 6 next turn. He doesn't really have a follow-up after that. You know, in this matchup, like, sometimes you can win by going all the way up to Palp1 really quick, but it's not always doable. So, here Malvolio has initiative. He's got the ability to use Palp1 right away to clear this wing leader. And he's going to go for it. Going for the super laser attack, not the battle droid here. And there is General Dodonna. Now, Malvolio has Magna Guard here, which blocks the Sabine hit. He could also be a bit greedy, wait for the Sabine to attack base, then play the Magna Guard to block the Sabine leader attack. Because then the Magna Guard would survive. He's thinking he's got, what else does he have? He could potentially power the dark side here. This is not like a bad blind power. Okay, no, it looks like he's going for MOAI, the Magna Guard. I mean, with these 2 units he has on board, he could kill the Sabine. this turn. Like you go ram, battle droid, ram, poggle. That's not bad. It looks like he didn't use poggle to generate a battle droid here, which kind of implies that that's what he's going for. He's gonna at least jam the battle droid here. Sabine's gonna ping here, and Malvolio. He's gonna play the BHQ before possibly going for the kill on Sabine. Of course, you know, you cut off one Sabine and another comes right away to take her place. Oh, he can't because of Dodonna. You're right. Yeah. Looks like there will be no cakes and ale for Malvolio here. And Malvolio is just okay. He's now at the point where he is at 6 resources. If he plays resupply this turn, he goes up to 8 next turn. But he is about to take 1 quadrillion damage this turn, it seems. Aside from that resupply, Malvolio's got like a power of the dark side here, which basically just kills Fleet Lieutenant, which is kind of nothing at the moment. Especially because, yeah, I mean, just another, 2-drop here, which is now 4/4 because of Dodonna. There's a resupply. Does actually go into the resource row here. So we'll see if Malvolio is now facing down for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage on board, plus an open ECL. It's looking pretty hopeless here. He can try to stay in it. I don't know if can he get there. I don't think he can get there. He go. Yeah, no. It's just he doesn't have enough actions. So he can go Maul, kill Dodonna, which also takes out the Sabine. That actually gets him kind of close. If he can pulse like a Sentinel off of this Bounty Hunter's Quarry, that actually would matter. Sabine should die because of Dodonna. All right, they got it. Yeah. Let's see. There's the Emperor's Royal Guard, which gives him some hope. Doesn't block anything off immediately, but then he flips Palp1. He doesn't get to steal anything. Maul's not an official, is he? No, he's not. Looks like he's just going to go Wrecker, blow up the guard, attack into Maul. That does 5 overwhelmed. Yeah, this one's over. And farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone. His eyes do show his days are almost done. But, according to mythology, Palpatine will never die. Sir Hippo, there you lie. All right. So let's take a look at sideboards here. Malvolio, he's got more copies of top target, which helps him heal. He's got some stuff for control, which I don't think is going to come in. He's got like the 3rd scanning officer just to give him another turn 1 play. I imagine that might make an appearance. Confiscate might make an appearance for a Darksaber, potentially. Merciless Contest is interesting. I don't know. It might come in. Sometimes you might just want extra copies of Power of the Dark Side to give you. Well, I guess if you're going first, it's worse because you're gonna want to be playing a turn, like a unit on turn 1. Going second, that's a bit better. On Hippo's side, he's got scanning officers in there as well. I guess that's the hot tech for Han Yellow. I don't know if there's much that Hippo needs other than these wolves to deal with. Or I guess maybe the confiscate comes in also to deal with like top targets. But wolf deals with top target, and I don't think Malvolio is not running vigilance. The Ewing reinforcements are also in there in case this one goes long, but I don't know if it will. My guess is the timely interventions might come in. Usually those are good into control. But looks like we're getting started with game 2 here. Now, will Malvolio be so sick of self-love that he can't get this one, or will he decide to make the comeback here? He's got initiative this time, and I think I think I saw Cassian in Hippo's hand that he might have resourced, which in this case, if he goes for Scanning Officer now, it would hit that. And I mean, Hippo does have the Spec Force Soldier, but it gets eaten quickly by that. And yep, there is the Cassian. So if you don't know the way Scanning Officer works, if it hits a readied resource, the replacement comes in exhausted. Which means Hippo's down to 1 resource. And you can play this Spec Force, but wouldn't do him that much good. And it looks like his purpose is indeed a horse of that color. No. Dang it, that was a good one. I've been waiting to use that bet. I might reuse it later. So no Spec Force Soldier there. On Malvolio's side, he's got like a couple plays he can make. He can go for Client just to get that online for the future. He could also wait and play a Power of the Dark Side. And it looks like it's going to be Client here, which could allow him to heal into the late game. He's also got the Overruling Barrage for a couple turns from now. All right, and it looks like Hipo is going to space here. And Malvolio gets initiative. And yeah, there we go. We see the confiscate came in from Hippo's sideboard. And Hippo again decided not to play the Spec Force Soldier. So Hippo's behind curve here, which is not really where you want to be. Like, did Malvolio just resource a top target there? That's interesting. He's like, you know what? I've already got Client, and I'm so far ahead that I'm good. Right now, he's got Power of the Dark Side, which deals with this A-Wing pretty cleanly. I think he's debating like whether to use Client first. I think you probably just go for it now. And it looks like his purpose is indeed a horse of that color. There we go. I got it in there. Alex Malvolio passed here. And there's the Sabine flip. Malvolio can take out Sabine possibly this turn. Not through Dodonna. But theoretically he could do it. If he goes, Client whack, Scanning Officer whack. And then Palp1 throw, Scanning Officer. You can still set up for a barrage kill next turn by... Let's see, it looks like he's going to put the bounty hunter's core on Sabine, though. Okay, so next turn he's got barrage, which on either of these units would kill Dodonna. And then set up for a Sabine kill. All right, whoever's talking about the Garmin mod, leave thy vain bibble babble. I actually don't know which one the Garmin table is, so maybe it's good. But my favorite one is the late night one still. But a lot of people seem to like this one. There's one other one that people have been using that might be the one you guys are talking about, but I don't like that one because the cards are really small. But I'll use any mod that the players want. But whenever I host, I use the late night one. All right, Malvolio picks up the second barrage here. Going to use it and actually just take out Sabine first, which is a fine play because he can ram Client into the Dodonna later. And this way he gets his he gets Droid Commando, but wait, is Bounty Hunter Square, does it let you pull 3? It does, right? Yeah. I was gonna say if he had a Severed Out, Droid Commando would go really hard here, but he doesn't. So instead he goes for the Royal Guard, which actually does have a Sentinel at the moment. He's a Scanning Officer. I don't believe Client is an official, but Scanning Officer I know is. talking about this one. Yeah, this one's good. I like this one. Not as much as the late night one, but it's a good one. All right. Confiscate? Icy's going to confiscate to remove the shield? All right, client's just going to run over the Dodonna. This is looking really good for Malvolio right now. Like, I mean, it's a difficult matchup, but like, Malvolio's doing everything he can to stay in it. Client isn't official. Ah, yes, and Royal Guard's got double Sentinel. It's got Sentinel 2. Okay, Wrecker picked up here. That's actually massive. You know, that Wrecker is going to single-handedly turn this one around. In all likelihood. Because Wrecker he can go ECL, Wrecker, blow up the guard, and then ambush into one of these officials for 6 to base, and then Malvolio's left with like nothing to deal with it. He's going to try and get ahead of that by going for Barrage here. So now Wrecker can't single-handedly blow up the guard. Malvolio actually, sorry, Hipo is going for the discard here, which is just going to force Inferno 4, which is nothing. Just going to dirtle a little bit with the Sabine Ping. Malvolio's got to find a way to dirtle here. He's got a couple ways. He can just start whacking base these units. Looks like he passed, and Hipo takes initiative. You know, it enables the Wrecker play, so you're fine with that if you're Hipo. If you're Malvolio, it's not the worst thing in the world to basically waste a turn of resources here. Especially because now he's going up to 7, which means he'll be at 8 next turn, which means if Hipo does go for the Wrecker play, then Malvolio can just steal the Wrecker next turn. Malvolio again resourcing a top target there. And not one of these other cards. But it's Hipo's initiative. He's got to know that it looks like he's just gonna go straight for the Wrecker. I was trying to think if there was some other play I was considering, but I think this one is just the most obvious. So yep, boom, blow up the guard, ambush into client. Hit for 5 overwhelm. If I'm Malvolio, like, I might just claim here. Go for the steal, guaranteed. He's got like Merciless, which deals with that, but nope, yeah, no, he's going for the claim. And watch, I get a follow up with Spec Force here. And we're actually gonna see the Palp1 flip in the Sabine matchup. Barely ever happens, but when it does, it's a good sign for our Palp1 player. And yep, there it is, the wrecker. Can kill wrecker immediately with fleet. Yeah, he can. He can theoretically do that. And yep, his purpose is indeed a horse of that color. I'm just going to keep using that one. It's so good. I might even use it outside of this match. But he gave up base damage to do that. All right, scanning officer. Going to try to snipe something. And he snipes the Cassian. All right. Doesn't really have an impact on the plays that that Hipo can make this turn, but in the long run, good to have that Cassian out of here. Either way, Hipo still gets to play 3-drop. Goes for the red 3. Malvolio's in a really good spot right here. He's got 15 health left on his base. He's got control of the ground arena for sure. The ECL has been used. He's just going to start throwing. Yeah, well, yeah, so he's going to take care of the Fleet Lieutenant first. But and yeah, Scanning Aster goes into base here. Hippo's now taking 9. Merciless Contest going to be used to clear that red 3. And then Poggle hits the board for good measure. Darksaber picked up with no units on the board. Another Merciless, another Perilous position, and Hipo might just call it here. Okay, no, he's going to keep playing. Goes for Fighters for Freedom. Now, Palpatine could run that over. Which would... It looks like he's not going to run it over. He's got Merciless to answer the Darksaber here. Looks like, is it another Cassian, actually? It is another Cassian. That's the third one. I've seen 2 taken out by scanning officers. Hippo manages to find the third. Hippo is going to decide to throw the scanning officer at the Cassian to kill it off the attack. Rune Haka picked up off the draw here, which is going to allow Malvolio to generate a battle droid here, which could be like additional fodder for this Merciless contest, just to clear that fighters. And exactly, that's what's happening. Let's see, do I have any more 12th Night bits to be doing here? I think I've actually gone through all the ones that I had written down. Hey, we'll see. We'll see if I can improvise some more 12th Night bits. All right, A-Wing. Hits the board. And it looks like Malvolio is just going to start generating some more units to throw. There's a Poe. Poe's rough. It's actually... Malvolio doesn't have an easy way to deal with Poe at the moment. Like, he can do it. It looks like he's going to be a bit greedy here. Oh, he picks up the barrage off the top deck. Perfect. That's actually so perfect. Because now we can go barrage on Rune, clear the Poe, and then hit for 5. And what Hipo might have thought was a devious device ended up not being so. All right, okay, it looks like he's going to take a slightly different line that allows him to kill both units, but gives him less base damage. It's a safer play for sure. There's a Ewing reinforcement from Hipo. That's one thing we thought might come in. And it could allow Hipo to turn this one around. All right, there it is. Wrecker's a good play off of this. So it was like Poe plus a Batmarine. You could also go like double Batmarine plus a 3-drop. It looks like, yeah, that is the plan. His purpose is indeed a horse of that color, as we've been saying. But Malvolio does have this Royal Guard in hand, which blocks up the ground arena really nicely. He's going to, yeah. So he's going to looks like probably throw. Yeah, throws the battle droid there, which allows him to play perilous position and kill the red 3. He can play Royal Guard on the ground to block any potential kills, and then he's got a lethal shot with Palp1 set up for next turn. Looks like he's going to keep the Poggle ready, presumably just to get another damage in. Or maybe he's going to use it here. Yeah. Okay, no, he's going to go for damage here. And I think that's it. Yep, it is. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And Malvolio has taken this one to a game 3. Who says Palp1 can't beat Sabine? Who says? All right. I guess we can take a look at sideboards again, because it looks like Hipo is going back into his. Not sure what exactly he's, what kind of device he's planning. Scanning officer beats Sabine's out Palp1. You guys quit it with vain bibble babble. We believe that there's hope here. That some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I'm just recycling at this point. Malvolio looks like he's ready to go. I'm rooting really hard for Palpatine here. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be great to see that upset. And it'd be great to do a top 4 match where I can do more Malvolio bits. Alright, I think we saw timely intervention in that hand from Hipo that he just threw back. So... Alright, okay, it looks like we have a very space-heavy hand for Hipo here, which is something that Malvolio hasn't had to deal with yet this match. And traditionally, it's very difficult for Palpatine to deal with that. Looks like Malvolio's being a bit greedy here. Goes for Poggle here instead of just claiming and going for power. Which, it's not the worst play. Like, if Hipo goes red 3 here, then this power is still fine. If he goes Wing Leader, going like Super Laser to set up a Palpatine kill onto the Wing Leader is not the worst. There's the Wing Leader. Which, you know, sometimes they just have it and there's nothing you can do. And here there's nothing Malvolio can do immediately about it. I think he's on takedowns, which would deal with it. He can set up the kill onto the Wing Leader next round with Palpatine's ability by playing the Super Laser here. Also gives him maybe a greater chance to draw something that deals with the A-Wing. And there is the Super Laser. Oh, and Medal Ceremony. Didn't even see that. That means that this A-Wing's now immune to takedown. Oh, Black Sun Starfighter picked up that. That's something. Alongside a Royal Guard here. Malvolio also still has that power of the dark side, which means, you know, he could potentially catch. He's got initiative, which means he could go like throw at Wing Leader, play, like hope that the Wing Leader attacks, then he can play power against it, which leaves him vulnerable to Darksaber, which of course Hipo did draw, and he still has to take the hit. He could lead with Black Sun, which then just gets, it then basically just trades with Wing Leader. There's really no good options for Malvolio here. All right. It's Malvolio's action. Shall I bid him go? He does bid the super laser go to clear the wing leader. And that wing leader gets in for 6. So now Malvolio's got the chance to power here, which clears it. He could also try to shore up his ground arena by going for like this Royal Guard. All right. All right, it's going to be Royal Guard, which is a bit safer, but also at the same time also a bit more risky. So we're going to see Sabine flip, and what's the 4 cost? It's going to be that Dark Saber. Should be 1 ping from Sabine here. Yep. Resupply picked up here gives maybe a lifeline to Malvolio. Although he still has to get through everything that's already on the board. This matchup is just so difficult. Especially when they get the wing leader off. It's just so hard to deal with if you don't draw the exact out. So imagine this turned out slightly differently, and Malvolio played Power of the Dark Side last round. At this point, he'd be sitting at he'd have 1 less battle droid, but this A-wing would be gone. He'd still have Royal Guard in hand, but he would have taken 7 more to base. Or 6 more, actually, because 1 of the damage did get through because of Sabine. It's hard to tell who's better off in which situation. Also keep in mind, Hipo still has his ECL available, which means, and he's got the PO in hand. So if there's a unit that comes out onto the ground that's ever really threatening, then Hipo can just put it away real fast. Malvolio is thinking through all of his options, and he doesn't have many. He's got to resource a card. Decides to go for Bounty Hunter's Quarry. Looks like. Oh, thinking about it. Oh, instead goes for... Oh. Black Sun feels like it actually blocks a hit here. He's really thinking... Okay, going for Barrage. Yeah, Barrage kind of hurts on this board. You might just open power here. Open power of the dark side is like a fine play. It blocks 6 or 7 damage. And yep, it's the A-Wing. 7 goes to base. Now, what's the move here? Can he can actually kill Sabine this turn. Not through Dodonna, but the play is Poe. And the play is Poe. Because he can go ram all 3 of these units into Sabine and then play Rune Hako. Like, that gets him there. He doesn't get to play resupply, which hurts. So yeah, I think this one is over. Because if he goes for the Sabine kill line... Oh, wait, does he actually... Am I doing my math wrong? He might not actually even be able to do that. Oh, no, he could, because he'd go... She's got 4 left. He goes hit with these, which brings him down to 2, Rune Hako, and then throw Rune Hako with Palp1. So that does get him to kill Sabine. Then you lose to Poe plus... Yeah. So you lose Poe plus Sabine Peng. So he's going to take initiative, see if he can get anything off the top deck that does it. He's at 7 resources, so he can't flip Palp. I don't think any of these things do it. If he had like 1 or 2 extra health, maybe he had a chance, but it looks like, is he just going to call it here? He is going to call it. All right. Sabine, she's the man. Moving on to top 4. Congratulations to Malvolio for making this a close one. But, you know, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. It seems like Hippo's had a great deal of greatness thrust upon him. That's like the 3rd or 4th time I've made that one. All right. Thank you to Malvolio for coming here, and thank you to everyone for playing along with me doing the 12th night bets all the time. I hope some of you understood all the 12th night references. If you don't, you should read more Shakespeare. All right. That's it. Remember to always take the initiative. And I'm just going to end with reading of a little something here. When that I was and a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, but for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wive, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I come unto my beds, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, with tosspots still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, but that's all one. Our stream is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.